All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go from Talladega. Kevin Bruner and Ryan Warp have the front row. Stephen Parks, Paulo Anacito on the second row. Gil Guac, Kevin Hayes on the third row. Robert Eggert, Mike Burgess on the fourth. Vic Brown and Tim St. Jean round out the top 10. Dave Wright, John Shermott starting in 11th and 12th. Warren Moore and John Talley 13th and 14th. Stephen Lindner, Gerald Thanos Poole 15th and 16th. Gregory Marks in 17th. Derek Schilling in 18th. The Iceman in 19th. Jeff Oakes starts in 20th. Terry James 21st. Larry Tittle 22nd. Chris Butler in 23rd. Jason Brooks in 24th, and Stuart Wright rounds out the 25-car field at Talladega. Now, every super speedway race, I ask you, the fans at home, one question. When will we see the first caution? And when do you think we'll see the big one? And as always, tonight, Bianca cheering on her dad, Derek Schilling. Derek starting back there in 19th, but don't expect him to be back there long. He'll be marching to the front very quickly. Kevin Bruner, Ryan Warp start out front. How long can they hang on to it? "40 laps here tonight, 15 to 17 laps on a tank of fuel. They will need 2 pit stops. Down through the tri-oval, remember Talladega's start-finish line down almost into turn 1. As here we go. The green flag flies. We are underway at Talladega. DJ Kenner had a problem right before the green flag. Everybody trying to get up to speed back behind. Remember, it takes about a lap and a half to get these cars up to full speed. All right, Angie predicting the big one on lap 29. The first caution on lap 13. We'll see how that plays out. Let's see if we can see what happened to the Iceman off the start. There's DJ in the purple car. I think he might have gotten a bump. It was definitely not the best angle. Let's take another look. Everybody tightens up right before the start. Oh! The inside line dominoed. DJ did get back on track, but may not be in the lead draft. Taking a look back behind, DJ Kenner, Chris Butler, and Stuart Wright off the back, but the 3 of them lined up tightly. Might be able to reel that lead back in quickly. And it's very possible that the 3 of them being back there might save them from the big one. Kevin Hayes out front. Kevin running that Dale Earnhardt paint scheme, hoping some of the Intimidator rubs off on him here tonight. Drivers already marching to the front. Kevin Hayes up 5 spots into the lead. Mike Burgess up 5 spots into third. Tim St. Jean up 6 spots into fourth. John Shermont's up 4 spots into 8th. John Talley up 4 spots into 10th. Eric Schilling has moved up to 17th, and it looks like that outside line a little bit more spread out. Looks like a lot of the field is already dropped down to that bottom line. Remember, no fast repairs here tonight, so these guys are a lot more patient in the early laps than what we saw last night at iRacing Super Speedway. If you missed last night's epic race, make sure you check it out on our YouTube channel. While you're there, you can look at all the previous races and the highlights from every race this season for Home Motorsports. Gerald Thanos Poole just set the fastest lap last time by, but I expect we'll see 1 or 2 faster laps from somebody in the field. These cars should now be at full speed. And we talked about it during pre-race. Gerald Poole is known for being a master of the draft. He's had a lot of bad luck on the restrictor plate races the last 6 months or so, but tonight could be the night. Derek Schilling right behind, giving him a push. Dave Wright moving up to the high line just ahead. Did see a lot of great racing last night, and looks like we're in for another great show here tonight. And folks, don't forget, just moments after we're done with the race, the Unicorn will be back live, trucking the USA. Tune in and have some laughs with Angie. Ryan Warp, a much better start than last week, currently sitting 2nd place. Mike Burgess leads the outside line at the moment. They've got to get some rubber laid down up top so that outside line can start moving forward. And it does look like the outside line is getting a bit bigger. Like about 8-9 cars on the outside at the moment. Chris Butler and crew behind about 8 1/4 seconds due to the incident at the start. Looks like everybody kind of settling into a rhythm, not seeing a lot of movement. They also have got to be careful because in the draft, the wind will actually move these cars around for you. You have to be concentrating. There's a lot of tracks that we go to that are physically exhausting. You're working brakes, gas, turning all the time. And on a rough track, it can really wear you out. This track, not physically demanding, but mentally, it's a chess game at 190 miles an hour. Larry Tittle currently at the back of the lead pack. Let's take a lap around with Larry. And you can see just how much these cars are moving around. especially through the tri-oval as we cross the start-finish line now. We head off into turn 1. You see the car is not planted. The track is bumpy, so these guys are moving around a lot. Out the back straightaway, still bumpy. This track is very bumpy, and those bumps can unsettle the car. Off into 3 and 4, you see some pretty big bumps on corner entry. Everybody holding a pretty wheel at the moment. Out of 4 down through the tri-oval. Larry Tittle keeping a couple of car lengths between him and the car ahead, trying to play it safe and make sure he has room for wreck avoidance. Kevin Hayes still leading out front. That outside line still working on building momentum. Mike Burgess leading the high line for the moment. The outside line appears to be making some ground up, coming through the tri-oval. Oh, close call for John Shermott. Looks like he got a little squirrely in the middle of the tri-oval. Gets it gathered up, keeps going, no horn, no foul. Gerald Poole set the fastest lap last time by 50.82. One of only 2 drivers to turn a sub 51-second lap so far. The other driver is right behind him, Derek Schilling. Everybody playing it safe so far, but we are just a few laps away from the first set of pit stops. Talladega does have a little bit more room coming out of turn 4 than Daytona does for the drivers to get down and start slowing down, but it is still a bit tricky taking a car from over 190 miles an hour down to 55 before you get to the cone at the entrance to pit road. Ryan Wharf and Kevin Hayes got a little bit of gap on 3rd place. Paulo Inesito, the top 3, starting to move away just a little bit. Kevin Bruner in 4th, a couple of car lengths back, but closing back up. It's worth noting, Stephen Parks in the 532 in the same paint scheme that Steve Park used to drive in NASCAR. And the first 2 drivers are in. Jason Brooks and Dave Wright have come in. Now the drivers will all need to have help when they come to pit road. Coming to pit road alone could be catastrophic for your chances at a win. You need help getting the car back up to speed and drafting. That outside line is starting to move. Mike Burgess has the nose ahead. Likely to see over the next lap a lot of these drivers. Here we go. Kevin Hayes ducks in. And I didn't see anybody go with him. Hayes is coming in alone. That could be huge. He may need a caution to get back in with the field. He's going to end up losing a lot of ground here. Ryan Warp now has the lead. Paulo Anacito in second. Kevin Brunner in third. And Paulo giving Ryan a big push down into turn 3. Kevin Hayes has completed his pit stop, is on his way back out. And here we go. A lot of them coming in. Paulo is in, Ryan Warp, Mike Burgess, Tim St. Jean, Gerald Poole, Gil Guac, Derek Schilling, Warren Moore, Terry James, all on pit road. Stephen Park now has the lead. Robert Eggert in second, Vic Brown in third, John Talley in fourth, John Shermont in fifth. And a lot of the drivers already on their way back out. Likely to see the rest of these guys come in this time. Here they come. Stephen Parks leads them in. Everybody fans out to slow down. That pit road entrance is a great place to make up a little bit of ground, but you gotta be careful. Five-car pack out front for the moment. And look who's joined them. Kevin Hayes, who pitted alone, is now in with this lead group. He obviously timed that right. Normally you'd see that happen. Somebody pitting alone would be a death sentence for their chances of winning, but here come the rest of the field off pit road as Ryan Warp comes by. Mike Burgess at the front of that group. This could be bad. Several cars that just came off pit road are too wide as the cars at speed come by. 3 wide into 3. Burgess is going to clear. Tim St. Jean coming around. Ryan Warp up there as well. This is tight. Coming off turn 4. Most of the drivers settle back into 2 wide for the moment. Man, that could have been a lot worse. Shows you the skill of these home motorsports guys. And everybody's still in one piece. Mike Burgess now at the front, but Vic Brown on the high side has the nose ahead for the moment. Ryan Warp finally got back in line and starting to close back up with Gerald Poole on his bumper. Derek Schilling also back there on the bottom. Gil Guac and John Talley there as well. Kevin Brunner at the back of the lead pack just set the fastest lap so far, 50.43. On that pit stop, most of the field took fuel only, a few guys taking 2 tires. Steven Lindner appears to have taken 4 tires in fuel. Those three drivers that were back behind now have a little more help from Stuart Wright. They are gaining on Steven Lindner just ahead. Another three-car pack got separated. I'm guessing once Stuart Wright picks up Steven Lindner and then they pick up that next group, they should be able to run down the lead pack if they can stay tight enough together and work together efficiently. Vic Brown out front, that outside line finally starting to work. Vic leads it at the line just barely. Everybody in this lead pack currently side by side. You see guys at the back though. Gerald Poole, Kevin Bruner, John Talley hanging back just a hair. Just giving themselves a little bit of time. If something pops off ahead, caution is out. And the Iceman has been involved. Let's see what happened with DJ as everybody was getting lined back up. Oh! Let's take another look at this from the blimp. Looks like that 715 just ahead. That was Stuart Wright, I do believe, I'm sorry. Came down as that group caught up to him, gets the bump, goes around. The Iceman catches a piece of it as well. Our first caution of the night. Mike Burgess fakes to pit road, doesn't come in. They cannot go the distance on fuel from here, but everybody's going to top off. Steven Lindner on pit road for repairs, as is the Iceman. Remember, no fast repairs here. He's going to have to let the team manually repair the car. Get as much done as possible without losing a lap. As we mentioned, Richie Joplin not here tonight, has essentially locked up the championship. Kevin Bruner came in tonight second in points. Ryan Warp just 4 points behind him in third. Derek Schilling comes in tonight fourth in points, just 7 points behind Ryan. Gerald Poole in fifth. Robert Eggert in sixth. The Iceman in seventh. Tim St. Jean in eighth. Mike Burgess in ninth. Steven Lindner in 10th. Most of the field has completed their stop. A few drivers at the back went ahead and made a 4-tire change. DJ still on pit road. The car is looking better, but he has got to get off pit road quickly. Here comes Mike Burgess. DJ is rolling, as is Steven Lindner. Jeff Oakes is coming in to top off, as is Gerald. And the back half of the field is coming in to top off. Some of these guys obviously believe they can make it from here with this top off. 17 laps to go. They are right on the line of being able to make it. Fuel strategy is going to get interesting late in this one if we stay green. Mike Burgess, Tim St. Jean have the front row. Chris Butler and Kevin Hayes on the second row. Ryan Warp, Vic Brown on the third row. Robert Eggert, Gil Guac on the fourth row. John Talley and John Shermott round out the top 10. It's worth noting Chris Butler was in that group that went off the back at the start. Now up into fourth. DJ Kenner will also be back up in the pack. The whole pack is back together again. Jason Brooks and Steven Lindner not on the lead lap. They're the only two, one or more laps down. Pace car dives into pit road, and what do you say we get a little loud on the restart? When the green flag drops, I'm going to stop talking. You guys crank it up. Listen to all that horsepower. And here we go. Green flag is back in the air. Crank it up, y'all. All the drivers coming back up to speed, and Tim St. Jean has gone to the lead. Kevin Hayes currently in second as they jockey for position down the backstretch. One driver has dropped to the apron. It's Larry Tittle. He's dropping back. Tim St. Jean now out front. Gil Guac leads the high line. And looks like the back half of the pack is lingering back just a little bit. It's like there might have been something get a little sketchy on the restart. They're pulling back up. Everybody's still packed up in the lead lap. Larry Tittle is falling off the back. He may be out of range of the draft. He is. Gil Guac now leading the outside line. Tim St. Jean still out front on the inside. Now everybody is within their fuel window now. If another caution were to fly, everybody could stop and get fuel. That group that came in and topped off at the end of the caution period, they are right on the edge. Likely a lot of those guys are going to hang out toward the back, conserve fuel, make their move in the final 5 laps. Jeff Oaks now up 13 spots into 7th. Chris Butler up 15 spots, currently in 8th. Those are the 2 biggest movers at the moment. Paulo Inesito lost a lot of ground in that exchange of pit stops and cautions. He was up front, battling for the lead earlier on. Started in 4th. He has fallen back to 14th. But in Talladega, you could be at the back of the pack at the start-finish line one time and be at the front on the next lap. Back half of that inside line led by Derek Schilling. He's keeping some space. Back behind there is a car blinking. Stuart Wright right behind Schilling blinking, and that can be a problem in a couple of different ways. The obvious one being the drivers don't know where the car is, especially in the turn. The other problem, especially here at Talladega, if that car's not on the screen, then the sim is not reading it, and the draft disappears from that car. The car behind loses the help. Laps to go at Talladega. Tim St. Jean did not come in on that last stop, so he will still need one more stop for sure. We know he cannot make it. Mike Burgess, Chris Butler both also stayed out. Those are the 3 drivers we know 100% cannot make it, and they're coming in. Oh, DJ's coming in. He slid it in. Tim St. Jean, Mike Burgess, Chris Butler, DJ Kenner, Dave Wright, all on pit road together. Kevin Hayes reclaims the lead. And starting to get 3 wide in the lead pack. Less than 10 to go. Things are beginning to heat up. When we get to 5 to go, they'll crank it to 11. Everybody's still in the lead pack and in the lead draft as here comes that group off pit road. Paulo Anacito alone up in the third lane trying to make a move. No help at the moment for Paulo. He's still holding even at the moment. Dropping back, he'll likely drop back into that second line. Right in front of Warren Moore. Jeff Oakes now leading that outside line. Gil Walk right behind him. Vic Brown pushing Kevin Hayes. It really is amazing. We talk about it almost every week, how this is the cleanest league on iRacing. But it really shows at moments like this, laps to go. Lap traffic's gonna come into play. Dave Wright just ahead. Fortunately, they've gone back too wide for the moment. Good thing they're not back 3 wide. That could get a bit sketchy. Dave moving up to the high side. He's going to try and make it as easy as possible for the pack to come by. He'll drop back in line further back. That outside line for the moment is coming apart. Only 5 cars on the outside, and they are not together. Looked like it got a little tight coming into turn 1 between Warren and Dave, but everything comes out okay. And Paulo Anacito just shot to the high side. Warren Moore's going with him. Back to 3 wide. Paulo's got some help coming this time. They've got to do something to start making their way to the front. Our guys cannot make a move. 4 laps to go at Talladega. Couple of guys sitting further back, expecting the big one. You know this group at the back is hoping it hits. They will get back into the pack if the caution comes out. That middle line starting to lose cars as they move to the outside line with Paulo. Gil goes up the track almost into Warren. Kevin Hayes dove to pit road as they came by. 3 to go. Two drivers up in the third lane now, not getting a lot of help. Now help's coming. That middle line starting to reform just a bit. But that inside line is pulling away. Kevin Hayes has completed his pit stop, back out on track. Vic Brown has taken the lead. Kevin Bruner, Jeff Oakes right there with them. Ryan Warp in the middle. 2 laps to go at Talladega. Hill gets a little wobbly going into 1 and 2. Polo, things got a little skinny for him on the high side. Down the back straightaway, Ryan trying to side draft his way to the front, getting as close as he can to that inside line, and he is making it work. Excuse me, that is Jeff Oakes on the high side draft, and now Ryan is up top behind him. And outside that second line getting some help. As here we go, the white flag flies one more time around at Talladega. Who's it gonna be? This lead pack, 15 plus cars. Anybody could pull off the win here. Vic still has the lead, but Oakes on the high side has some help. Stephen Park now on the high. Oh! Park is squarely up top, holds it. Jeff Oakes has the lead up top. Oakes slides to the bottom. We've got him wrecking out of 4. Several cars down on the apron, maybe out of fuel. Derek Schilling's gonna run. Derek Schilling gets the win at Talladega with a last lap final straightaway pass. What a move there. Let's take a look at the last lap incidents. Obviously, we saw several cars running out of fuel, having to drop. All right, let's take a look at Stephen Parks in the Pennzoil car. He gets squirrely, bumps into Paulo. Several cars get involved, and wow, what a hit for Parks. And Warren Moore threads the needle. And I think Schilling has run out of fuel coming around. Let's talk to our top 3, starting with Kevin Bruner. Kevin, you got it done coming home on the podium, but it got exciting on that last lap.
Oh yeah, everybody started running out of fuel.
That definitely made things interesting. You guys came off turn 4 and like a third of the field goes to the apron. Were you guys warned, or was it just, hey, we're ducking low suddenly?
Yeah, I could tell when the guy ahead of me started sputtering. I banged his bumper a few times, and then I had to bail, and I think I caused the big one, but I had nowhere to go.
Well, you still managed to pull it off, and no, you didn't cause it, but you still managed to pull it off, come home on the podium, and it looks like you're out of fuel now, too.
Oh yeah, I'm in toasting mode here.
Well, man, a great finish. You may not pull off the championship, but you're going to close the gap on Richie just a bit tonight.
Yep, yeah, I got managed to grab fastest lap, too, I think.
Let's take a look. You must have got it in the final few laps, but yes, you did get the fastest lap.
I grabbed it after first pit stops there. I found myself about a half second behind the draft there, and I got a great run.
Well, man, great job. A lot of points. A great night overall. Good job, buddy.
Thanks, Doug.
Ryan Warp comes home in second. Ryan, a heck of a run there tonight. Definitely a lot better than last week.
Oh, yeah, it was a ton better than last week. Man, I thought I had that one. I don't know where Derek came from.
I don't know where Derek came from either. Out at turn 4, he was quite a ways back, but the chaos broke loose. He had a big run, and we were watching it to the line, not sure who it was going to be.
Yeah, I know guys were running out of fuel, and I don't know, other stuff was going on, and yeah, then I was all by myself. I thought I had it, and all of a sudden here comes Derek motoring along. I'm like, what the heck?
Well, man, you still managed to come on the podium. An awesome, awesome run for you tonight, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Thanks, Doug.
And finally, our winner tonight, I'm sure Bianca and Angie are happy, Derek Schilling in victory lane. Derek, I'm guessing Bianca and Angie are celebrating right now. Great job, and man, what a move there at the end.
Yeah, they're in here hooting and hollering and having a good time. It's pretty nice to get 2 wins in a season, especially fuel mileage on both of them.
Definitely has to be, but man, not only the fuel mileage, but the run, they're coming out of turn 4. I mean, you had cars ducking low, chaos on the high side. You just charged through, and what a run you had coming up on Ryan.
I was middle of 3. You could see everybody kind of start to jockey a little bit, and I just saw a gap, and it was the last corner, so I wasn't lifting. I'd saved as much as I could up to that point, hoping it was going to make it, and somehow the seas parted, and then Ryan, I don't know if he was running out or if he was out, but I just had that run on him, and I just didn't lift, and I was able to get by him, and it was exciting. It was very, very stressful the last 15 laps.
Man, I'm sure it was. We noticed you laying back a little bit right after that final stop and trying to play it safe, but when the time came, you made your way to the front, man. Awesome win. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. I kept looking at my fuel, and it was saying I was like 1/10 of a lap to the good, and then I was like half a lap short, and then I was a lap short. I don't even know how that happened. And it just kept jumping back and forth, and finally white flag came out, and I had 1.2 laps, and then I ran out going across the finish line.
Well, you managed to get it done. I noticed you were limping back to pit road, man. Awesome, awesome night.
Yeah, it was fun, so hopefully it helps me out in the points some, and it definitely helps out for missing out on last week with all my internet issues, so...
Well, buddy, congratulations. That was an awesome win. Go celebrate with your girls.
All right.
And what a win by Derek Schilling, folks. Come back and join us in 5-10 minutes. The Unicorn will be trucking. Come say hello and have some laughs. We'll see you then. Hope everybody had as much fun as we did. We'll see you in a bit. Have a good one, everybody.